AirVenture, it's opening day, and we're scouting around to find the new things that we can find. Talking with Daniela Knoll here, and you've got a different set of, as you put it, shoes for the gal, huh? What's up here? You had metal floats before, now you got fiberglass floats.
Yeah, we fitted the Bushcat with a composite float. We felt the quality that's provided by this float system is really what our customers are looking for. So it's performing fantastically, and so we feel also that it is a better visual appeal as well.
They look really nice, no question. Now these are the Clamar floats out of Canada, correct?
That's correct.
And did you have to do anything special to make them fit to the Bushcat nicely?
No, not at all. It actually was a fairly simple attachment. It's very similar to what our nose wheel configuration is, so it's not really that much more difficult. Clamar provided pretty much everything we needed for it, so
they're supplying all the bits and pieces. You know, for example, cross braces down here, is that your supply or their supply? How does that part work?
The Clamar installation is done out of Sturgeon Bay, so those guys were the ones that actually fitted all the struts properly and were able to get it
so you brought them an airplane like that? Is that how that works?
Essentially, yeah. So basically they fitted it all for us, obviously with Clamar's instructions, and the finished product is phenomenal. We're super happy with the quality.
Now, you said when we talked about what we were going to do here that you've flown this.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about how it operates on with the Clamar Amphibious floats on it.
You know, it has a fantastic performance. It really does still have very high useful load. It can handle you know, all the crosswind and the stall speeds fairly well. We flew it here to Oshkosh. It was a beautiful day on Thursday. I actually almost fell asleep flying it. It was just a nice smooth flight. The landings are on it fantastic. It's got a very nice what do you call it?
The retract mechanism.
The retractable mechanism with it has a real nice cushion feel as well, so you're not hitting the ground on
so it's all shock absorbed inside the system.
Exactly, correct.
And the nose wheels retract up like this,
yes.
Just lift up into the edge of the float with the wheel probably still sticking out.
Correct.
Because that wouldn't matter on a float landing.
Right.
And I see some little green things out in the front of the, we'll point them out down here. I'll step in front of the camera, just point to what I'm talking about. This is an indicator for the nose wheel position, is it?
That's correct.
And so, how about the main gear? Do you know, how do you know where the main gear is at?
You can actually, there is obviously a mechanism on the dash that gives you lights.
Okay.
Different colored lights, but we also we hit these so people don't hit their head on.
Oh, I see. Okay.
We got mirrors as well that you can also utilize to check your tires and to see if the wheels are actually fully down or not.
Yeah,
so you've got basically three different controls. Okay, I see. You can look out
each side. Okay, you got mirrors on each side, so look back, and with the opposite mirror, you can probably see down to to this side then. Okay.
So you've got three indicators as backup, really.
Now, when we've talked about the Bushcat before, Daniela, we know that we've got a very attractive price on what I think is a handsome airplane, and you've had some success with it now. That's great. When you add floats to it, of course, that's going to add a considerable extra cost. But what kind of these videos last a long time? Check with the factory to find out what the actual price will be when you might be interested. But get us in the ballpark of what a float plane Bushcat would run somebody.
Ready to fly with the Clamar floats, the price currently is $97,500.
Wow. I thought you might come in under 100 of that number, and that's a fairly remarkable fact if anybody has priced seaplanes of any kind.
Correct.
Certainly GA seaplanes, my goodness, you have to be very well moneyed to afford any of those. In the LSA space, they're much more affordable, but I don't know anyone under $100,000 with an amphibious float plane.
Right.
So that's an excellent price for those that are interested in that kind of flying. Now, without the floats, put us in the numbers of a land version of the Bushcat, just so we have a comparison.
Sure, there's no difference in the cost between a nose wheel and a tail wheel. So ballpark with the 100 horsepower road tax, you're looking at about $64,000 ready to fly.
Okay, so again, that same great price you've had all along. I'd love to ask you to do this because too many people lament the cost of light sport. And yes, there are some deluxe, beautiful ones with everything in the world in them. That's going to cost some more.
Correct.
But there are very economical choices. You're at the price point today, 10 years later, exactly 10 years later, since LSA came out, at the price we thought it was going to be then. So the numbers you just gave me about the price of the airplane is for a fully built, ready to fly, everything done, ASTM approved and all.
Correct.
You offer the airplane some other ways though, right, Daniela?
Yeah, we offer it as a kit as well. So that's basically not including an engine, proper instruments, but the kit's available for $22,900.
Is that right? And so somebody says, well, okay, I'd like to do a kit because I do want that. How long would it take them to build it?
The kit alone?
Yeah.
That only actually takes, less than a month for the kit to ship out.
So this would be what I would call an assembly kit versus a construction kit, which means you've got to fabricate some things. And this is sort of putting bolts in hole A and hole B and go.
That's it.
Until you're done.
No welding, no drilling, minor riveting. The rest is just nuts and bolts.
Okay, well, that's a pretty good deal. All right, so I'm convinced I want one. How long would it take me to get it?
For ready to fly, you're looking at about 60 days. The delivery is made through sea shipment, so that usually just adds on to the time.
So is that 60 days plus that?
Correct.
Okay, so it'd be 3 or 4 months. By the time
3
you
months,
ordered
let's
one
say,
to
because
get it.
the production is actually going to increase and turn around a little bit faster.
Well, that's pretty fast in this space. These airplanes are all pretty much built to order throughout the spectrum. Occasionally some that are factory or in stock or whatnot, but so that's a pretty common, pretty good number, I would say, not a common number. And again, now with the floats, similar time frame, you can get the floats fast enough from Clamar.
Yeah, actually, right now he's indicated that could be as simple as 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay, so if I say, all right, well, I'd like the Bushcat, I want it fully built, but I want it on floats. Do you supply the airplane and get it to Canada then, and they do that, or are you going to do that, or how's that work?
The installation is done in the United States. So Clamar supplies the floats to their installers, which are located here in the state of Wisconsin as well. Makes it easy for us to also be able to supply the aircraft, get the floats mounted, and then off it goes to the customer after it's certified, if it's a certified aircraft.
Yeah, I should say Bushcat is accompanied by the Skyreach company, which is out of South Africa.
Correct.
But you're located here, right in Wisconsin, where we're at today, and you are representing the whole U.S., are you?
That's correct.
With you and your husband and your operation?
Yep.
What's the name of your company?
We're Aerosport.
Okay, so you can find that, but you like to refer to the name Bushcat, I know, because it's a nice catchy name, and that's what describes the product.
That's absolutely right.
Thanks for a lot of good information about it, but people always have more questions, and who knows, we might have talked somebody into ordering one up from you. So where do they go find out some more stuff? We'll put it up on the screen for them. What's the web address?
Our U.S. contact information is aerosportplanes.com, or you can also contact the manufacturer directly at flyskyreach.com. Fly-skyreach.com.
Okay, great. We'll put that up so they'll know exactly where to go. I have lots more information on Bushcat and many other light aircraft on bydanjohnson.com or bydanjohnson.com. Thanks a lot for talking to Daniela and I here at AirVenture.
So hopefully the plane can land here on the road and refuel.
The aircraft has got a 95-litre fuel tank. When it's sipping on 16 litres of fuel an hour, that gives you a return for a refuel.
Danke doch, Thank you.